Morning, guys. How we doing today? Welcome back to the Joy of Resin. We have clear, purple, blue, sparkles, and black and turquoise mixed together. Let's dive right in. Because somebody, and I'm looking at you, black and turquoise, can't regulate its own thermodynamics, and that is pissing me off. Okay, so we're going to start with these pieces. We have our new dragon, the crystal dragon, and the new alien queen, who stuff, words, things, etc. Okay. So the the dragon has been got him. Sorry. The dragon has been painted this time with some glow in the dark powder instead of mica powder. So we will see how that looks against the backdrop of the black and blue. Y'all saw that, right? Okay, that's down. Now we add some of that purple. Okie dokie. You are not going to react well if I try to shift you on the transfer board. Too tall. Okay. Okay, and moving right along. Spritz that with a little bit of 99% to pop the surface bubbles. And then we move on to the next pieces. So we got this guy and this guy. I'm going to use the purple for a thin layer on this one. Just cementing that feather in place. And then starting over here with the blue. Get some back in that corner. All right, there we go. Okay, this is all set. And now we have too tall. Shit. Okay. All right. That should be enough to slow down the curing process for the black and blue. All right, so we need to add some kelp, basically, to the ocean piece. Just a little bit of seaweed. And then we're going to drop in some white. For surf. There we go. Okay, so that's almost it. Oh, I need to get that out of there as well. All right. I need a duck. Gotta have some whimsy. I love my whimsy. Okay. All right. Now we have these guys. Yep, there it goes. Nope, this is not going to work. Not fast enough. All right, we're just going to do a skull. And get that out of the container before it's too late. God damn it, you got to learn to regulate, son. Okay. Okay. All right, pour off some of that clear. And before my clear goes bad, let's seal up our bugs as well. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, those are nice and full, so let's add a little bit of embellishment. I did spritz those with alcohol, so the ink drops are not going to disperse the way I would like. However, might still look pretty cool. All right, let's move all this over to the heat. Hold, please. Okay, those are out of the way. So now what to do with all the rest of my resin? Let's make some weird shit. Definitely gonna need more than that. So a friend of mine is probably going to Burning Man. And if you're going to Burning Man, you need trinkets to trade. So let's make some trinkets. Also, I just haven't made any of these in a long time. Oh, hold up. That is warped. You are not sitting flat the way I need you to. That does not have nearly the amount of support that it needs. All right, I'm gonna not do R2. Shit. Okay, out of the way. Out of the way. What I need is space. Because I just gotta get all my resin out of the jars before it's too late. Okay. Pour that off over there. Alright, looks like that's all we're getting out of today. Yeah, no, I already sprayed that. Yeah, that's tapped. Okay, everything is tapped out. So let's spritz it and then do some ink drops. And then I can move all this to the cabinet to sit for the night. So, alright, we're just going to go ham with some alcohol ink. Obviously didn't get to those, so you can stay over there. Okay, moving that. Oh boy. Alright, and then we're going to do the same over here. From the way this is settling, it looks like the resin might be too far gone to accept the ink drops properly. But I might be able to get, yeah, that'll work. Eep. Yeah, those R2s are definitely not going to work. Okay, that's it. Time to get this stuff cleaned up and take my happy ass to Costco. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.